Hey guys, this read is for Pisces. So let's go ahead and jump in. We'll see what the universe has to say to you guys today. Alrighty, so Mama Universe, what do you have in store for Pisces? You got some guidance, maybe some insight. Oh yeah, I feel like that one and that one want to pop out too. So let's see what she has to say to you guys. So we have the throat chakra, which represents communication, foundation and achievements, and passion ignited. Emotional withdrawal. And I have the third eye chakra, which represents your intuition. I have a feeling that we're going to be talking about some assertiveness in this read, and maybe taking back control of the direction of your life, certain aspects of your life, to be able to find that fulfillment and that success. I have suffering and silence, spiritual strength, discontent and boredom. I have the solar plexus chakra, which represents your self-esteem and your inner power. And I have harmony as well. So I'm not entirely sure why exactly all of this is going on. I believe that tarot will clarify. But I definitely feel that these cards are speaking to taking back control of the direction in your life, of being able to speak up for what you want and what you need, making yourself important, valuing yourself, building back up your self-esteem, and finding that inner peace. I feel like we're probably going to be talking about a relationship that came to an end, because I do have the Three of Swords, and I've heard it called the Heartbreak card before. I have the Seven of Cups, and the Seven of Cups represents many options, weighing your options carefully, and choosing wisely. I have the Moon card, and the Moon card can represent things that are still unknown to us. I'm feeling like inner truths in this, and I'm feeling that this is tied in to that third eye chakra, that intuition. I have the Four of Wands, and the Four of Wands represents setting down a solid foundation for the future, as well as the Seven of Pentacles, which represents abundant harvest. So not just the abundance of the harvest, but the groundwork to be able to attain that abundant harvest. I feel like it's all tying into that Seven of Cups and all about choice. Feel like there was definitely not a balance in this relationship. I have the King of Swords and the Queen of Wands, and they're quite opposite, and sometimes opposites can be complementary. Sort of one person makes up for an area where the other person might lack. I don't get the feeling that that was the case here. I see the words common ground. I don't know that there was any common ground. Aside from this Page of Swords, I feel like there's a child from this relationship as well. I have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands can represent moving. So I feel like within all of this, somebody is moving residences, probably you. That would definitely tie into a lot of the heartbreak and the stress, and I could see the suffering in silence, especially if you have a child around you and you don't want to show exactly how you're feeling, and so you're keeping a lot of it bottled up. I have the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords represents disappointing ending, so I definitely feel like it's tying into that Three of Swords, that Heartbreak card. The thing about the Ten of Swords is the light around the swords represents that this disappointing ending was actually beneficial for you in the long run, even though it's extremely hard to see it now. I have the Death card, and the Death card is all about transition, sort of ending one chapter of your life and beginning a new one. I have the Hierophant, and the Hierophant speaks of higher learning. and the the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands represents triumph over obstacles. So I feel like this is going to be a difficult journey for you. But I'm seeing a lot of positively aspected cards within your choices. Choosing to move forward, choosing to move on, choosing to make yourself a priority again and build back up your self-esteem, your love for yourself, your love for life. I can see that abundant harvest and that Four of Wands, that solid foundation within that. I have the Five of Pentacles, which can represent going through a rough time financially. And I feel like that does tie in to what's going on here as well. And the having to move, having to leave the house. I have the Five of Cups. To me, the Five of Cups is a warning card a lot of times. It speaks of being trapped in negative emotions so much so that you can't see positive opportunities around you. Definitely what you're going through right now is very challenging, but I feel like Tarot is warning you not to allow it to stop you from moving forward and finding success in your life, to not stay stuck. I have the Four of Swords, and the Four of Swords represents taking time for self-care and healing and feeding your soul. I have the Knight of Cups. For me, the Knight of Cups is about emotional victory, and I think that's going to come from healing. I have the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords can represent trouble making a decision. So finding clarity, feel like maybe this relationship isn't entirely over, because I still got the Lover's card and I wasn't quite sure where it fit in. Sometimes that Three of Swords is not just the heartbreak card, it speaks of separation. You know what? I think you're still hanging on. You're still hanging on to hope. You're still hanging on to this person and what you had. You're having a tough time accepting that it's over and that you need to move forward. I believe that's what Tarot is speaking to. I have the Star card, and the Star card represents clarity. And I think that's definitely what that rest and rejuvenate is going to help with. The Four of Swords, the taking time for yourself, doing some soul searching and some reflecting. I think that's going to help you to find clarity. And I have the Knight of Swords. To me, the Knight of Swords is all about triumph from clarity. I think that's where you're going to be able to move forward once you're able to do that soul searching and find that clarity in your situation. Because I do have the Wheel of Fortune card, and the Wheel of Fortune card is all about your fortunes changing for the better. It's all about positivity and good things coming your way. Now, the Four of Cups can represent a feeling of indifference or emotional withdrawal. I feel like that's definitely where you're at right now. I feel like part of it is because the page is around and you don't want to show your hurt in front of the child, but you definitely need to take time to process these emotions. I have the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles is all about balance. I feel like things are very much out of balance right now, especially with having to hide your feelings as much as you are. Like, you need to find time when this page is not around to be able to feel what you need to feel. Allow yourself to just let go and to cry and be upset. I feel like being able to express your emotions, taking time to be able to reflect on things, you're going to be able to find clarity and healing and move forward. I have the Ten of Cups here, which represents abundance in the home life. I also have the Six of Cups. which can sometimes be called a blast from the past card. I don't feel like it speaks to that in this case. I feel like it speaks to this page and helping them heal and process the situation and find happiness as well. So I have shadow, emotional loss, and victory. So I feel like emotional loss is definitely where you're at right now. I feel like shadow is speaking to the clarity. You're sort of in the dark right now, very much struggling. I feel like once you're able to process your emotions and reflect on your situation, you're going to find the clarity to be able to heal, let go, and move forward. And that's where you're going to find victory and success. Alrighty guys, that's what the card said to me. I hope you enjoyed the read. Please feel free to comment because I love hearing from you guys. Take care.